Hello, welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra in Kumasi. We're on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Volta Premier Ho, Kekeli FM Ho, Amenuveve Aplao and Lolonyo FM Ho. Get radio, TV and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, Ghana Union of Traders Association alarmed over possible disruption in their supply chain owing to the latest announcement by 3 military leaders in Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger to officially leave the West Africa sub-regional bloc ECOWAS.
If some countries depart the ECOWAS, then definitely is going to affect us negatively in that regard of trading. So yes.
But Ghana's mission in Burkina Faso is downplaying the concerns, adding that Ghana and its embattled neighbor have good relations.
We can survive. The problem of these exports is the issue of ECOWAS sanctions. If we don't have ECOWAS sanctions, everything is free. And even with this, their decision, I don't see anything going to affect them.
Also, the Yendi debacle after last weekend's parliamentary primaries far from over as both sides continue to lay claim to victory in spite of the EC's position about a no winner in that contest.
Yes, I see myself as the winner of the primary and the people's choice because the whole of Yendi had the highest votes in all the 18 constituencies.
For now, I am taking a petition to the party.
In business,
Bank of Ghana to investigate reports of some individuals holding cocoa bills that are yet to be paid as it promises to resolve the issue.
And we'll tell you a story of a 15-year-old who has developed an anti-sleep device to reduce road accidents after losing her father and brother.
I promised my mom that I will not let anyone in my family go through that pain again. This device supply
chain may be disrupted owing to the latest announcement by 3 military leaders in Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger to officially leave the West Africa sub-regional bloc ECOWAS. The 3 departing countries, which are currently facing sanctions for overthrowing democratically elected governments, say their decision to withdraw from ECOWAS was based on inhumane sanctions. Although there are growing fears of dire economic and food security implications for Ghana, the country's ambassador to Burkina Faso, Boniface Gambila, says that will be too early to call.
We can survive. The problem of these exports is the issue of ECOWAS sanctions. If we don't have ECOWAS sanctions, everything is free. And even with this, their decision, I don't see anything going to affect us. Because Ghana and Burkina Faso are brothers and sisters. That's what we must know. Burkina depends on us a lot, and we depend on Burkina a lot. Brothers and sisters even brothers and sisters fight, they sleep together.
But the Ghana Union of Traders say their members could be adversely impacted as the main source of tomatoes, onions and other staples come from there. A departure of these countries, they argue, could create more hurdles in doing business. Dr. Joseph Obing is president of the association.
So if some countries depart the ECOWAS, then definitely is going to affect us negatively in that regard of trading. So yes, it will surely have an impact, and we do not know how it's going to affect the free flow of traffic and humans. The earlier we try to find a solution to this, the better.
Moving on, the minority in Parliament's Agri Committee is raising questions over why the country's biggest indigenous cocoa buying company, PBC, continues to post huge losses when the finance minister has set up a desk to observe the finances of the Ghana Cocoa Board and its subsectors. Joy News 9 months ago reported on the woes of the company and how its market share had declined from 30.88% in 2016 to 8% in 2021. Last week, a consortium of banks confiscated some assets of the produce buying company over non-payment of debt running into more than 300 million Ghana cedis. Speaking to Joy News, Deputy Ranking Member Godfrey Seidu Jasau called for a special financing arrangement to revive the ailing fortunes of PBC.
The finance minister, if you recall, finance minister's solution to the problems of these state-owned enterprises was that he was going to create a desk
at the Ministry of Finance. We spoke about this some 4 months ago. What has happened to the debts? What has it done? How come PBC has still defaulted in its debts and liability to the extent that a court will rule that these banks can sell its assets?
Yeah, Deputy Ranking Member on the Agric Committee in Parliament, Godfred Seidu Jassal. Now, the Yendi debacle that has come about as a result of last weekend's NPP parliamentary primaries is far from over, as both sides continue to lay claim to victory in spite of the EC's position about no winner in that contest, even though the party has committed to investigate the incident when it gets a fuller precision of the facts as it happened on the ground. But the two contenders in the race are claiming victory. Here's the account of the Maslok CEO, Haja Abibata Shani.
He denied, and then he pulled his jacket that he was wearing, and then the ballot papers were in his pocket, and then an indelible ink pad was also found. So there's a video to that effect. So when it got to that point, and then everybody saw what their intention was, some party members got infuriated and they came. So when they came, everything was, there was just chaos. For now, I am taking a petition to the party, then I'll hear from the party.
Well, the incumbent MP of the area, Farouk Mahama, has since rejected the EC's claim that there was no winner in the weekend's contest.
And it will cause my victory. An opponent who is not winning should come, his brother should come and disrupt the protest. Is that what is now going to be the status for all?
We apologize for that wrong inset, but what happens next? Here's Deputy General Secretary of the NPP, Haruna Mohammed, on what happens next in Yendi.
They are talking about them not declaring results and disassociating themselves from a certain kind of declaration. That does not give a true representation as to whether it is false or not, but the National Party is awaiting a report from them, also the Ghana Police Service and the regional representation, which was represented by the third Vice National Chairman. The General Secretary is very resolute in making sure finding solution to the Yendi impasse.
You had NPP's Haruna Mohammed in what will happen next in the Yendi debacle. Now, lead counsel for one of the accused persons sentenced to death or sentenced to life imprisonment, I beg your pardon, for the murder of Major Mahama, says he will appeal the High Court's judgment, insisting it is unfair. The Accra High Court sentenced 12 people to life imprisonment after they were found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder and murder. Legal Affairs correspondent Kenneth Jisi has a wrap of what had transpired in court.
7 years after the gruesome murder of Major Mahama at Dentroboase in the Central Region, 12 people, including then Assemblyman of the area, William Barr, have been found guilty and sentenced to life imprisonment. Attorney General Godfred Dame was pleased with the judgment.
Of course, the wheels of justice, as we all know, grind slowly, but today we have seen justice. We satisfied with the conviction of the 12 accused persons. 2 have been acquitted in accordance with due process. Yes, I do not think the Republic will contest the acquittal of those 2 persons. Yes.
Meanwhile, lead counsel for one of the accused persons, Theophilus Kafui Donkosa, tells Joy News that the judgment will be appealed.
From the discussion I have had with my clients, they are not satisfied with the directions that the judge gives to the jury, so they have instructed me to appeal the decision on their behalf.
Away from that, she lost her father in a horrific car accident in 2019. 2 years later, her 7-year-old brother was also killed by a speeding vehicle. This is the sad story of 15-year-old Mary Menu. Mary has turned trauma into inspiration, an inspiration that has birthed the development of a device that could help lessen the bloodshed on Ghana's roadways. Joy Prime Lois Shola Adeyemi has more on the following report.
This is the Aflao Tema Highway. This stretch has claimed many lives, including Mary's father.
My dad through road accident. The report that came out was that the driver was dozing off, so they were trying to dodge the car, but unfortunately it collided. Then my father passed away sadly.
The accident stole the young lady's source of joy and left her with a heavy load of traumatic experiences.
When I lost my dad, when I heard the news, I decided to stop schooling because My dad was my favorite person in the world, and then without him, I'm like nothing. It hasn't been easy since I lost my dad.
In the darkness emerged a story of resilience and hope. Mary found strength in her grief.
Because of pain. So when I saw that, I promised my mom that I will not let anyone in my family go through that pain again. This device alerts drivers whenever they are dozing off when driving. When the buzzer continues to beep and then the driver does not regain consciousness, the car will slow down and stop automatically.
Impressive invention there by Mary Menu, and that report was by Joy Prime's Lois Shola Adeyemi, bringing us to the end of the bulletin. In our top story, Ghana Union of Traders Association alarmed over possible disruption in their supply chain owing to the latest announcement by military leaders in Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger to leave the ECOWAS. Joy Business is up next on the Super Morning Show.